Oh, say does that.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday. season and teams focus on situational awareness. Doris, what have you noticed so far this season?
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Embiid is out there with George. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Curry. And it's Giannis in at the one spot.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Outside Edwards. Misses the three. And the 76ers with possession. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing, and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Curry with the bucket.
It's so quick, and Curry's so elusive. This is what makes him such a tough cover, folks.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run. Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to McDaniels. Wembanyama against Embiid. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Drummond with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Curry with him. Now defended by Gobert. This one for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Pass to Drummond. Shot from 16. Embiid, no good.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Wembanyama outside. McDaniels against Curry. McDaniels passes to Edwards. They need this. It doesn't go for him. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the 76ers. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Timberwolves trail by 11. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards looking it over. Puts up a deep 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Embiid wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Here's Giannis. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Giannis dishes to Embiid. Curry against Edwards. Curry kicks to George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
And here's Edwards from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
Giannis passes to Embiid. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Curry, good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Now here's Edwards. Game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. And now Philadelphia on the break. Three-pointer. Drummond dishes to George. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now Wembanyama. Gobert with a screen on Embiid. Here's Wembanyama for 3. And so it's Philadelphia with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Philadelphia.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Curry is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Paul George. And there's Embiid. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Home in the paint. Clock at 4. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Here's the 3. Good on the triple. McDaniels got it back down to single digits for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, McDaniels really trying to become consistent with that jump shot.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded him.
And here's Edwards after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Strong move inside by Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
George with the bounce pass. George sets a screen for Curry. Minnesota with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Oh, here's Edwards. 5 points in the game. Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wembanyama. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
All right. Come on, get back for your Timberwolves.
Almost every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After the missed three from Joel Embiid, Edwards with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
McDaniels against Antetokounmpo. Curry kicks to Antetokounmpo. Embiid, the pass to George. Embiid sets the pick for George. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after two shots. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Over George. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, two-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Embiid. Now here's Curry. Edwards defending. Curry against Edwards. Embiid with it. Still scoreless. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Edwards passes to Wembanyama. Giannis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama, a screen on Antetokounmpo. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. So that'll be it for the first half. A fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers lead by 3. And a chance. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Well, he's been absolutely locked in from range, something my man Kenny knows about. Ain't that right, Jet?
Hi, you're talking about me.
Okay, and now moving on to... And that is it for halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Pass to Wembanyama. It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Curry. Edwards against Curry. Gobert trying to get open. Shot is given. The 76ers lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Edwards.
That's where patience pays off for Anthony Edwards. The clock is dwindling, but he's keeping his poise.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Rudy Gobert. Last season, he played outstanding. Last year averaged 14 points per game, 13 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
George passes to Embiid. And Curry has it in the corner. Another three for Philadelphia.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. Edwards, the bounce man. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Curry passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Curry. Wide open. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And stolen by Drummond. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. George against Edwards. Here's Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And Embiid drops them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. The 76ers with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Outside Edwards. The offensive rebound. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. McDaniels finds Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama spacing the floor.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Giannis dishes to Embiid. That's to Curry from downtown. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Giannis against Gilgeous-Alexander. A 3 from Wembanyama. It's hauled in by Giannis. That's to Curry. For 3. He can't get it to go. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. 76ers on top, up 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Antetokounmpo. Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Paul George, and it's Curry in at the 2 spot. Let's go. And right on target. Good. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
One of the most special players offensively in the history of the game, Stephen Curry, cooking right now.
Outside Edwards. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Antetokounmpo against McDaniel. Curry with the bounce pass. And here's George for 3. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Throw good, Paul George. The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level, and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen. When health has been there for Paul George, he has been one of the great two-way guys in the league. Very capable scorer and can take on tough assignments.
And he nails the third.
Well, it wasn't a perfect trip to the line, but it was good enough to stretch their lead to 2 possessions.
And here's Edwards. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo defending. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. And again for 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Edwards against George. Pass to Drummond. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Out to the right wing. 3-pointer by Embiid. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Love to see Giannis get aggressive on defense, using that reach to track down the block. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Giannis. Over on Antetokounmpo. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Philadelphia. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Curry passes to Giannis. Down low, Inside, Giannis drops it in.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
First time in point guard at 6'6".
What's not to
Up next, the Celtics taking on the Lakers. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2. On opening day, and what a great day it is. Craig, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Antetokounmpo, Doncic out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Curry, and it's James in at the 1. Defense by Wembanyama.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. And he drops it in from the low post.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Count it, good.
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. We discussed Steph Curry, of course, and what he advised his team to do against him. Coach said, I told our guys that we have to be right up on him, to fight over screens and not allow him to feel comfortable out there. A huge task for any defense, and we'll see if this one is up to the challenge. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, but the hand in the face is critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
LeBron passes to Hayes. It's to Curry. A three. Hands it from downtown. Curry's got 5.
He has the fastest shot in the game of basketball. Curry's release is so quick that the D can't afford to lay off him at all.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Celtics trail by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Doncic against Tatum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And that one falls for Tatum. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
Now Brown after the missed free from Stephen Curry. And Wembanyama passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Wembanyama outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. The 3 from Tatum. Nailed from three-point land. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
Doncic outside. From the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Last game we saw him score 32. Nice shot from the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Down low, it's deflected. Here's James, and that one comes up a bit short.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now, here's Brown. Nothing on the board. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Wembanyama with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good with the triple. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. LeBron against Tatum. Now here's James. And the rejection by Wembanyama. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Celtics lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Wembanyama is out there with Porzingis. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. That's the Boston Five.
Not just being selfless, but also smart with the ball. Brown is able to find the best guy for the right shot.
Curry with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Celtics leading by 3. Brown finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Tatum. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry dishes to James. It's Hayes, top of the key. LeBron outside. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Austin with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And it's Brown that time on the assist by Wembanyama. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Offensive fans down on the court. Is your fight squad. Get loud and roll the spirit. We know you all want a t-shirt, everyone. We'll be here. You get loud.
Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. The Celtics second.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Doncic outside from deep. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight.
And it's so hard to take away the 3 from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The shot by Curry, no good. Celtics leading by 4. Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
Doncic finds Giannis. And here is LeBron. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5. Brown with it. He's picked up by Doncic. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
The 3 for Doncic. Oh, Doncic with a confident 3 ball.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Hayes kicks to Doncic. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Tatum. Inside. And stolen by Wembanyama. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. Tatum with the finish and a beautiful break.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And here's James outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
You look at the Celtics, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big...
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Lakers.
For it's bad.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So the Lakers 5 right now. He's out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's LeBron James. And it's Curry in at the 2-guard spot. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
And that's LeBron, one of the best front court playmakers. That is something you just can't teach.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston. Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's LeBron, launches from deep. Whoa! James showing the range.
Nice little duel here. LeBron getting the 3 points back for his team.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Well, they're still together. Brown, the pass to Wembanyama. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by LeBron. Back to Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Wembanyama. The shot, no good. Lakers trail by 6. Antetokounmpo passes to Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Looking now at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Great showing for him last season, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And looking back at his number 2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Tatum against James. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Curry's got 8 points.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Gilgeous-Alexander against LeBron. To the middle. Here's Brown. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis passes to Wembanyama. Boston, no good that time either. Here's Los Angeles now. Good momentum, 8 straight points.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
LeBron outside. Outside, Antetokounmpo for the lead. It counts, and the foul. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
On the free throw, no good. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Drains it from beyond the arc.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
And so James will bring it up for L.A. A 2-point game. Giannis sets a screen for Doncic. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Tatum on the wing. Brown launches a 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Curry. And Boston with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And he knocks down the first one.
Every team in this league wants a Jaylen Brown, a tremendous two-way wing, and boy, Brown can put up giant offensive numbers.
There's 53 seconds left in the third. Curry looking around. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our
is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
And RG, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Lakers trail by 4. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. LeBron passes to Doncic. LeBron, a screen on Brown. There's the lob into the court. There's Giannis. Look out below.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Porzingis is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. And so it's Boston with it. Outside Tatum. Jacks up a 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Tatum against LeBron. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Tatum's shot is off.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And LeBron throws it down.
Roll back that clock. LeBron, the king, still reigns.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Brown. A three-pointer, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lots of room. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Celtics lead by 3.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
All right, thank you, David.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Tatum, the shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. LeBron against Tatum. And here's Doncic from the arc. Traps in the tray. Doncic has got 19 points.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Five on the clock. Hayes gets a hand on it. to the inside. Oh, the athletic move by LeBron James.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
LeBron against Gilgeous-Alexander. And Benyama, a screen on LeBron. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Screen by Giannis. Curry from deep three-point land. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Austin's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Porzingis with a screen on James. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Brown. Tatum down low. Guarded by Doncic. Tatum against Doncic. Tatum's shot is off. Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Outside Curry. Up top Doncic. To take the lead. Trifecta!
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Porzingis with a screen on James. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. James down the lane. Porzingis with the rebound. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And this is who LeBron James is. An incredible leader. When the game is tight, this guy willing to step up.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against LeBron. Porzingis sets the pick for Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it!
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a...
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.